Team notifications. Now broadcasting.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at 25. Power football with the run. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, the defense thinks you right on the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find the first free run.
Solid pickup on first down and second and 6. Back to pass. Under fire. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time to his target or in breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, but that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it. I think that time that's what forced things to do.
Intercepted in the first drive, ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom push, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Fouls through the defense. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the boot, looking for his man. Firing to the right, complete. Got some room in under the goal line. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the floor after the big pass play.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes to his.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
And the extra point is good. He'll start the return inside the spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, yet love to get a drive going here. Using the quick game. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I've played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are intimidating.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Offense lines out for a first and 10 from the 43. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try to slow them down.
He fires one deep over the middle. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Snapped it in the shotgun. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Breaks the tackle. They finally rustled out the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
It's a good looking run. I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. They put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
They'll give it to him again. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
When you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of downs, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Pulls it in. It's Wiley. In enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
That receiver found open space in zone coverage, and his defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call, really nice execution.
They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Let's check with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Alabama rolled to victory. mixing offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking hold on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Ken. Thanks for the update. They'll run him from the gun. There he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the 47.
Defensively, he'll take the slow game. He'll take the 4-5 yard drop. But you can't give up massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and getting him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you've got to swarm to the football, get on the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. He got his man. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Sometimes it's not about fancy play design. It's about just getting in the ball and letting it play.
Especially nowadays when running backs are so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use it. But exactly. Get it to him. Let him break.
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tie.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance to return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's loose. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia.
This offense is so good. Man, they can contribute in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tackle and more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That kind of drive will boost your confidence one way. A big pass, put a touchdown on the board. No reason to risk trying to field that once it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. They pick up a 5. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry.
The give to the back. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette, he's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine him hurdle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines.
Georgia. LSU, 14.
First play of the period, first down here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. It can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out wide receiver in a split-end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Into the secondary on the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
I like that. I like that.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody to make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Defensive press coverage. The running back has it. Continuing to turn and move it forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down to 48.
Yeah, this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40-yard mark and at the 39. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of skill he has because he's done it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down. They'll help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on third down.
Well, on third and short field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down.
Timeout, Georgia.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, and they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it.
Good. Oh, God. I'm really sorry. I was looking to defend it. I was looking to defend that.
Huge turnover with a big return has him set up in business.
And he makes a play in the the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Quarterback making checks. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of a great field position.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in videos. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off, this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Cincinnati. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Definitely keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game.
And I kind of like how the running back in this round. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast. I mean, be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
He's got his man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That is a really good looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. When you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Here's the pressure. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by your QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down. They did a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot now, especially on social media. I expect them to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely should be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Quarterback may change this route. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts that they will take the penalty. They'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding you don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game, but makes life really easy on that second down.
Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Parkinson. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards in that first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Tigers racing to the line in a hurry. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's all the way down to the 3, showing it all on that run.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that. So keep it contained. Keep those ends outside the line. Keep them in the pocket. And put a spy on it. Put a guy in the middle of the field.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team's going to respond.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take the lead and have enough time to put together a drive. And off from the shotgun. At the 35, he's open. Off and running. At the 30. 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on the show.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Floats it out in space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did that time. The defense was great. Nice job in the open field, making a nice tackle.
Pocket breaking down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Touchdown Bulldogs. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
The number one job of defending a quarterback is making him feel uncomfortable, physically hitting him. Nice job on the defense with the pressure, the hit on the quarterback, forces the INT, and then Oski. As soon as you catch your thing, everybody start blocking, get to the near sideline, take that thing back to the house.
They got the late touchdown on board now, about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the back. Gets it past the marker. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense wastes no time getting a timeout call. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Man, these plays are really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, get a nice positive game.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And sometimes you see great cheers and they get on fire and they just can't miss. That's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks. Just completion percentage through, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to go up top, and time's running out of the half. This one's complete.
That's a good job by the drag out there, understanding his zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Tigers come to the line, needing just inches for the first down. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the bench to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this moment now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on first down. Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it himself. Across the 40 out of
Flag, take it to flag.
And a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And this QB, man, how about just, it's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
That's going to wrap up the first half. Here now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put the lead to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that's proven to playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're ready to one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella does. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. Unleashes one. Finds a man by himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. You want to be physical on defense, but too much grabbing. They got him for the hold. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job on defense. Wrap him up, get him on the ground. Take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. And you want to talk about game tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
The big fella in the middle. And those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That ball's incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far. Catching the ball that time, though, we had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down.
That's cool.
He's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at 39.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get down real fast.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. If he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Might be changing the route. He's going with one fly down the middle. Got it in stride inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. Just keep slinging it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start breaks into the open. And he'll pick up the
click out, nigga.
He got drilled.
Click out, motherfucker.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right, they get him in space using his speed. Good play.
The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Looking for room at the 30. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
The Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage.
Yeah, got some close to
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run. Because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on second down. Good timing on the quick out. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And a play like that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
Have yourself a dead young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to Pater. This dude is showing you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yeoman Stadium. They're up by just 2 over Iowa. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 and their own 14-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Takes a hit as he fired. Got a man in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in. And you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry. They all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field. That's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
And it's so hard to fit the ball. You know, that was covered well. Blocks to stop the run. When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 at the 32. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete on the right side. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking left. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
The quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, and the offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the shotgun, not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. We talked about a lot that's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. On the move. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it's really tough in that fourth and medium range because you're still thinking pass defensively, and they're late reacting to the run. How about the play call? They'll call the run with confidence, execute it. Nice job by the offense, getting the fourth down conversion. First down, new set of downs.
Makes the catch. It's right. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football.
Turning it on. He has brought down the man. What a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Can't hear shit, niggas.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Nice job on this defense. That might be an exclamation point. I got to lead. You bring in the nickel defense. You know you're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble.
I didn't get that down.
He gets the first down now, recovering the fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
One thing I do know is this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
The offense setting up shot at the 46, first and 10. Use the play fake, now throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense, getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Those two failed to make a connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. On that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls.
Now facing a third and long. Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work.
Damn it, Don. What the fuck is that, nigga?
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the big hit.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get concerned and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Damn it, he sucks.
Wouldn't let it loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yards.
Got to give defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Come on, stop dancing, nigga.
This defense did not need late football game up by a couple of scores. You just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we've got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick and preserve the lead.
He stopped at the 14-yard line and then stayed on the attack from there.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty good
Damn it,
decision
dog.
that he was just going to tuck it and run.
Hurry up,
it.
man.
His offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Going for 6. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back?
I don't know. Trust
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program Hall of Famer Joe Flacco should never be counted out of any game. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Utah State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes fine. Wide open downfield. They finally make the stop, and it's been displayed. This guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. That big play really has him in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. The give as they work on that clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Strickland. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they got enough for the 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Sends it downfield. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Now from inside the red zone. He's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need it there. Now we need to get the outside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard run. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. Cool as a cucumber as the Lions team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your Kansas team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guy, what do? They go block. They go bring somebody up. The next guy catch the football, get you going around. And most of the time when you do this, the ball is in.
You want to talk about building confidence, coming through with a bunch of plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the team.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. This team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of books, and they've lost those games like this. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment and continue to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we started the week together.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.